right, guys, welcome to the Physical Properties Exploration Lab. We are going to demonstrate this lab for you and show you the data that we are going to observe, and you are going to fill out your sheet along with us. You may have to pause to take a few minutes. I would say for this first part, take a few minutes and fill in all of the different stations with the same items that are going to be tested, because every single station tests the same items. So foil, sulfur, copper, chalk, and a spring. And the paper will be fixed for you. We're just doing this early, so we haven't put the fifth item on yet.
And your copper might be either a penny or a wire.
Right.
Okay, so station one is to look at each sample and just check mark in your sample whether those characteristics apply. So if we're looking at
Okay.
this aluminum, you need to check mark if is it malleable?
Meaning?
You should know the vocabulary words. This is where you have to put them into play. Malleable means it can be formed into thin sheets. So I'd say that was a yes on the aluminum foil.
Mm-hmm.
Ductile means it can be formed into wire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can form it into a sheet, you can probably also form it into a wire. It is not brittle because it's not breaking. But then you have to say if that's a characteristic of a metal or a non-metal. We're going to let you fill that part out yourself based on what you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next one is a spring. Spring is made from, this one seems to be steel or iron, and it's made from coiled up wire, which means it's definitely ductile and formable because it's been formed into a shape. I should have went in order, sorry. The sulfur, this actually breaks. It's not malleable or ductile, either one. And so you're going to want to mark that one as brittle. The copper, went ahead and put wire for this station because that's what ductile means, is that it's wire. And so having it ductile is, check that one off there. And then the last one is chalk. And chalk breaks easily. So that one is going to be brittle as well. So you've got brittle. Sorry, Miss Garcia was dealing with a visitor. We've got brittle for chalk. And we have ductile and malleable for the copper. Okay, and then the only thing I'm going to switch out is I did switch to pennies for the rest of them. Station 2 is the same materials, but we've got a flashlight.
And you're looking for different things. So this is how the materials look.
Do they look metallic? Do they look non-metallic? And so you're going to, for each one, you're going to put, does it look metallic or non-metallic? So there'll be a check mark in one of those two boxes. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to check shiny or dull. Okay? So the first one is the foil. Let me make sure you can see this. And you can already see it's shiny because even without the flashlight, you can see the shiny from the lights in the classroom.
Okay, metallic means it looks like a metal.
Okay, and then we have, next thing is the sulfur. You can see the sulfur reflects a little bit of light, but it's not nearly as shiny as the metal. So yeah. I would probably call that dull. Right. If you were seeing it in person, I think you would. The copper, penny, definitely shiny and looks like metal. We know that. And my spring rolled off somewhere. Oh. Oh no, the chalk was next. Chalk is definitely dull. Definitely does not look like metal. So this is obviously metallic. It looks like metal. And it is shiny under the flashlight. Okay. So that's station 2.
Remember, you have to go back and choose whether it's metal or non-metal.
Based on the information from all of your notes and vocab, you made flashcards the other day. So you can use your flashcards for that. So this one's how materials, I have it. This is how materials behave. And this is seeing if they will conduct electricity. So let me try to get all of this into under the camera so you can see it. Here we go. So foil, I've got a battery and I've got a flash light bulb. I think you can see the light bulb. So I'm just going to attach, let me get my arm out of the way.
Yes,
the light bulb lit up.
Yes.
And then again, what's our next thing?
Sulfur.
Sulfur. No light bulb.
So we're only going to.
Or you could write yes or no there.
Okay.
And then the next thing is copper, so that'd be my penny. And yes, the light bulb is lighting. Chalk. If I can get it to stop rolling around. Nope. No light up on the chalk. And the last thing is the spring. Okay, I'm just gonna, these are clamps. I'm gonna clamp them on that spring because it wants to roll away from me. Yep, we definitely got a light bulb there.
All right.
All right, so that's station 3. Let me move all this out of the way. And then the last station is it magnetic? So let me keep them separated. This is not sticking. So no. Sulfur, not sticking. Copper. Huh. You would think a penny would be attracted to a magnet. It is not. Neither is the wire. Not attracted. Chalk. No attraction. Spring. Look at that. The spring is definitely attracted.
Yes.
Okay, so your job is to go back through these observations, write down whether it's a metal or non-metal, and then you have a couple of conclusion questions to type in at the bottom. And then it's an embedded Google Doc, so if you type it right there in the form, it will be submitted and we will automatically see it when we go through Easy Grader.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, just post in the chat if it's during Zoom time. If it's not during Zoom time, just send us a message through the inbox on Canvas. Have fun.